Listen, guys, you don't need millions of followers to build a personal brand that prints money. Let me ask you something. Would you rather, let's say, have a million followers or a business that prints 10,000 a month while you sleep? Now, if you answered yes to the second one, then keep watching this video because today I'm going to break down how your personal brand and your personality can become your number one profit center, even if you have zero followers right now and no personality. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Joe McCormick and I've been an entrepreneur for the past 20 years. I've also published two books and have had the honor of being a keynote speaker at some of the top universities, including UCLA, USC, and Arizona State University, just to name a few. Now, I'm not here to claim I'm some YouTube or Instagram business guru, but what I do have is real world experience leading Fortune 500 level teams. I've managed over 3,000 employees, and I've built three successful companies from scratch with less than $500 to my name. And now I have the greatest honor in helping everyday people like you become their own boss while succeeding in business and life. So in today's video, I'm breaking down the exact framework to build your personal brand that grows your income, even if you're starting from scratch. Let's dive in. So step number one is what I call building your brand foundation. This is what I call the Welcome to You Incorporated. Now, I want you to imagine for a second that you're a company. What would your brand actually stand for? Ask yourself these questions. What do I want to be known for? What makes me trustworthy? What makes me useful to others? That's your brand's foundation. It's the core of everything that you're going to be doing. When I started my personal brand, I sat down and I asked myself three simple questions. What is it that I actually know really well? For me, it was fitness and business. Why? Well, because I ran a personal training business for 9 years and I've had three successful businesses for the past 20 years. The second question I asked for myself is what problems can I solve with confidence? And the third question, what do people come to me for when they have a problem or they're seeking advice? Those are the three questions that I asked myself when I started building my personal brand. So once I had these three questions answered, I took it a step further. What can I talk about for hours without getting bored? What's in high demand right now within the market? When those two things overlap, that's when you found your positioning. That's what you want to be known for. That's how you stand out. And trust me, this is not fluff. This is your competitive edge. When you're clear with your value, people can feel it. They trust you faster. And yes, they buy from you faster too. So here's a little pro tip. I wouldn't recommend building your brand around a trend. You see, trends fade, algorithms change, audiences shift. Build your brand around something that's timeless and evergreen. We're talking about skills, stories, insights that are still going to matter 10 years from now. That's how you actually build a brand that lasts. So, step number two is you need to build your content machine. You need to be seen, you need to be heard, and you need to be known. Let's be real. If you're not creating content in 2025, you're basically invisible. No content equals no brand equals no pipeline, and that means no sales. But here's the good news. You don't need to be posting 24/7 or being live on your phone. You just need a system that runs consistently. Think of it like this. Your content is a flywheel. The more you show up, the more momentum you build. So here's a simple setup that I used. First, I would pick one main platform. This is where you post your best content. Now, I would personally choose a platform that you enjoy. So if you like to talk and you love video, maybe consider YouTube. If you prefer conversations, maybe it's better off to start with a podcast. Or if you like to write, maybe a blog's your thing. But don't try to be everywhere. I would go really deep before I go wide. Second, you want to choose your secondary platforms. Now, this is where you slice up your content and you spread it throughout different platforms. So maybe a short clip or a quote on Twitter X, a carousel or a story on LinkedIn or Instagram, a mini breakdown via email. You're not making new content every time. What you're doing is you're just repackaging what's already working on your main platform. You should also follow the what I call teach, document, and sell formula. Now, this is a secret sauce. I would rotate between three different types of content. First off, teach. You want to drop value bombs that help your audience solve real world problems. Second, document. Share your processes, your wins, your losses, and what you're trying out. Last but not least, sell. Offer a solution. Now, don't be cringy, just help others take action on your next steps. Now, this keeps your content real, it keeps it relevant while still driving results. So, step number three is monetizing your brand. This is where you turn all that attention into actual income. So, cool, you've got the attention, people are watching you, they're following you, they're sending you DMs. Now what? Now it's time to monetize. You see, attention's great, but it doesn't pay the bills. Not until you turn it into actual income. So start with offers that are low overhead, they're high trust, and they solve real world problems. Here are four ways you can start. I would start by doing maybe one-on-one coaching or consulting. If people are already asking to pick your brain, that's a paid service waiting to happen. Maybe you do digital products. Think of guides, templates, mini courses. You create it once, but you can sell that forever. Affiliate partnerships, you promote tools or services that you actually use. You're already talking about them, so you might as well get paid to sell them. Maybe you do group masterminds or group programs. You scale your time by helping more people at once. Want to scale big? Maybe you turn that into a flagship course, launch a paid community. But don't overthink it. Your first 5K, 10K a month can come from one clear offer that solves a real world problem. Okay, let's move on to step number four, and that's building your reputation. You see, you need to become the go to expert in your industry. This is where the game really changes. Great brands aren't built overnight, they're built brick by brick. So now that you've got the attention, you're making sales, you need to become known. So here's how you can build your reputation. First off, collect testimonials. Let your clients do the talking. Real proof equals real power. You can also get featured on podcasts, guest posts, interviews. I wouldn't wait for them to reach out to you. I'd go pitch yourself. Ask them to interview you on their podcast or their show. You can also consider speaking engagements, host a workshop, join a panel. Trust me, it can go a long ways. Consider publishing long form content. Think LinkedIn posts, news articles, or even publish a book like I have. I published two, Your Success Manifesto and Business Growth with Human Capital. This helps me open up new doors of opportunity to speak at colleges and get interviewed on different podcasts. But trust me, it works. This is what takes you from another expert to being the expert. Okay, the fifth and final step is you need to own your audience. Don't build on what I call rented land. Now, this is the last piece of the puzzle, and it's called ownership. You see, social media is what I call rented land. You don't own your followers. YouTube, Meta, TikTok, LinkedIn, they own your followers. And when they change the rules in the algorithm, there goes your reach. That's why you need an email list. So here's a game plan. Create a lead magnet by creating something useful that solves a quick problem. Build a landing page that has no distractions, just a clear offer and an opt-in form where you collect their name and their email. Then what you're going to do is you're going to send them weekly emails, stories, tips, offers. But remember, value first always. This is where your real audience lives. It's where trust deepens and sales actually happen. Think of social media as the front porch, emails the living room. That's where the deals actually go down. Guys, if you got value from this video, do me a huge favor and like the video for the YouTube algorithm. Also, comment below on what your personal brand is going to stand for. Trust me, I'm going to read every single one of them. Also, consider subscribing to the channel for more real world business content. Thank you guys for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care and have a wonderful day.